What is a woman?
A woman is somebody who presents as our social conception of womanhood.
So you
acts in such a way.
So Pixie, just can you answer that question without using the word woman or womanhood?
It's because basically it would be a functional definition. So as a society, we have an understanding of what woman is.
What
It's
is
a
that?
man.
Yeah, that's basically.
I am a man.
Well done.
Can
you elaborate?
XY chromosomes.
Okay, but the problem with that is that I didn't check your chromosomes before coming in here and calling you a man, and you didn't check my chromosomes before coming in here.
Or genitals.
Or genitals, calling me a woman.
So
Right.
do you think anyone can become a woman?
Yep. But not anyone will.
Okay, so then at what point do they become a woman?
It will depend on where they are in their gender transition for the most part.
Does it require drugs to become a woman?
No.
Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. If you are new here, welcome. I would love it if you would help me to grow this channel and hit that subscribe button now. And if you're returning, welcome back. I truly do appreciate your continued support on my channel and the comments you leave and the discussions that we have. And I just appreciate you being here in pretty much every single one of my videos. So I would just love it if you would make sure that you are subscribed as well. So yes, in the year 2024, I don't think it is ever not going to surprise me that we have to ask questions like, what is a woman? I mean, I could say that with all of the medical advancements that we have, the advancements in technology, and all of these things that we know so much more about than we did even 100 years ago, 500 years ago, this should be something that is pretty much solidified and not even on the table as something that needs to be questioned. But even, 2,000 years ago, I don't think this was a question. People just understood that if you were born one way with a certain set of chromosomes and genitals, you were a boy, and if you were born with the other set of chromosomes and genitals, you were a girl. And that was the end of that discussion. It didn't even need to be brought up constantly. And while people like this, who seem to think that this needs to be a constant conversation, insist that it's some kind of social expression, how you portray yourself to other people, how you portray yourself in the world, and it's a mindset and this makes you a woman, they still tend to go back to, whether or not we need to check people's chromosomes and whether or not we should be checking people's genitals, which I wholeheartedly believe that is never going to be appropriate, no matter how far into this crazy discussion we ever get. And what I also find completely fascinating about this discussion is how, over the last several decades especially, there have been so many feminists that have argued that we need to get away from female stereotypes, that we need to get away from categorizing women as being people that automatically like a color pink, that automatically like to wear makeup, that wear mini skirts, and that, like to take bubble baths and drink champagne and do all of these like really feminine girly things, to get away from those stereotypes and truly allow women to be able to express themselves however they feel best, and still be defined as being a woman. And that is something I wholeheartedly support, because not all women are the same and not all men are the same. It's an entire spectrum. You have some men that are really, really manly, and you have some women that are really, really girly, and then you have all of these people in between. And I know me personally, I probably do have some more what you would say like masculine personality traits. I'm not a very emotional person. I tend to be very logical in the way that I think. I am definitely not driven by my emotions, but I also know that I connect to people and that I feel those emotions, and that I'm much more of a nurturing person in a lot of ways. I do like getting my hair done and doing makeup and those things. But, there are certain things that I feel like I probably lean more towards masculine traits, and definitely other things that I lean more towards feminine traits. And every single person on planet Earth can say that about themselves. So it's just absolutely astonishing to me that, again, we're back at this square, or, we're in a square that I don't even think that we've ever stepped into before, because this question is constantly being asked, what is a woman? In that space, we're pretending that there is no definition, that it's just whatever you want it to be. But at the same time, we're simultaneously allowing people who are not women to define what being a woman is, and shockingly or not shockingly, they are taking the worst aspects of being a woman or the worst stereotypes of what it means to be a woman and packaging those things all up and saying, I'm going to embody all of the worst possible things that you could associate with femininity and womanhood and say that that is the definition of being a woman. And people like this are going to sit back and go, okay, that's fair. And what's also fascinating, guys, I have a lot to say about this. What's also fascinating is that all of these same people that say that a man can package up all of these, derogatory stereotypes about women and say that that is the definition of being a woman and that's what makes him a woman, will also say that women who want to stay home and want to raise babies and, and value their ability to carry life, that those are the things that are oppressive and detrimental to women, to expect of them, to put on them, to define women as. It's just absolutely bewildering. There is just no logic, there is no sense, there is no rational thinking when it comes to this discussion anymore, and I don't think it'll ever not shock me that this is even a conversation. But do you know who they always, who the left, these activists, who feminists even seem to turn to a lot to tell us what the definition of being a woman is this person right here. Our favorite female role model, Mulvaney. And I know it's been a while since we heard from Dylan. Apparently after the whole Bud Light fiasco and everything that went down there, I feel like Dylan took a little bit of time out of the spotlight, which is completely against this person's nature. Dylan just constantly needs to be in the spotlight, but Dylan took a trip to Peru and spent some time with some llamas, and I think found a little bit of healing before coming back and continuing to tell all of us what it means to be a woman. So recently, Dylan released a music video called Girlhood or Days of Girlhood or something like that. And instead of just telling us all what it means to be a woman, he decided to sing about what it means to be a woman. And shockingly, again, it just includes all of the negative things that probably 99.9% of women cannot relate to, or at least would not consider as defining characteristics as to why they call themselves a woman. So I'm sorry, but we are going to listen to a little bit of this song. I will tell you what the lyrics say, and I would love to hear what you guys think. I think Dylan is singing about a code pink emergency, but I myself have absolutely no idea what that means. So does that mean that now I'm not a woman? And also, why is it, a definition of womanhood or girlhood specifically, which makes it that much more disturbing because I have a daughter and she would be considered a girl and me as her mother would be considered a woman. And this song is called Girlhood. So these stereotypes are supposed to relate to the younger generation of young women or girls, but I'm failing to understand how the trashiest possible outfits and clothing and makeup and scenery and environment are all things that define girlhood.
Quick change, sip champagne, playing catch up 'cause we missed the pregame. Pull up the group chat where you at, drop a pin. We're doing hot girl shit, get in. Monday can't get out of bed, Tuesday morning pick up meds, Wednesday retail therapy, cash or credit I say yes. Thursday had a walk of shame, didn't even know his name. Weekends are for kissing friends, Friday night all overspent, Saturday we flirt with drinks, playing wingmen to our twinks. Sunday the Twilight soundtrack, use my breakdown in the back.
So in case you missed some of these truly enlightening lyrics, it says Monday, can't get out of bed. Tuesday morning, pick up meds. Wednesday, retail therapy. Cash or credit, I say yes. Thursday, had a walk of shame. Didn't even know his name. Weekends are for kissing friends. Friday night, I'll overspend. Saturday, we flirt for drinks, playing wingman to our twinks. Sunday, the Twilight soundtrack cues my breakdown in the bath. So basically, the definition of girlhood here is laziness, medication, overspending, flirting, and then sitting in the bathtub and crying to the Twilight soundtrack. See, as much as these women are trying to tread lightly, because women naturally do not want to hurt people's feelings and naturally do not want people to feel excluded from society, what is happening here, while they, think that they are not imposing a definition on other people that claim to be women and sparing them hurt feelings by, kind of allowing this definition to have whatever, people want to apply to it. What they're doing is allowing other people to define what we are for them and using the worst possible associations and habits and behaviors to define womanhood for us and basically dragging us all down with them. Because at this point, it is a lie to say that womanhood does not have a definition, that there's no definition to girlhood, that there's no definition to using the term womanhood or motherhood or all of these things. There are just people that are redefining them for us and taking away all of the things that truly make being a woman sacred and truly make, women strong and capable and hardworking and all of these positive things, taking those away and saying that we are defined by all of these derogatory stereotype. What Dylan is doing here and what society is allowing him to do and what women are allowing him to do is just to continue to make fun of women, to degrade us, to make us seem like we are far less than what we really are, which is interesting considering what feminists have claimed to be fighting for years. Anyway, I would love to hear all of your thoughts in the comments below. Please hit that like button. I would love it if you would make sure that you are subscribed. I am trying to get to that 10,000 subscriber mark, so I would love your help in doing so. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one.